Hi friends, this is Jennifer from DecorSauce. This is just a quick video to show you how I patch and prep and paint a hole in the wall like this one below. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove any anchors in the wall, and you can do that one of two ways. If you use big anchors like these, you can use a screwdriver just to release the anchor and it works really well. If they're the other kind, the kind that just push in, then you're going to want to take a pair of needle nose pliers and you're going to pull the anchors out of the wall. Now, it's very important that you remove anchors. You'll never be able to get this wall as smooth as it was before if you don't take out the anchors. Alright, now that my anchors are removed, you'll see I have two holes here in the wall, and I'm going to take a spackling knife like this one to kind of scrape the area, and that removes any of the loose drywall paper or anything like that. So we're just gonna scrape this so we have a smooth surface. And then we're gonna wanna come in with our spackling putty. I like this one because it goes on pink and it dries white, which just is an indicator it's dry and ready to paint. Just a rule on spackling putty, it's easier to apply thin coats and do more than one than it is to lay it on thick, just because the thinner that you lay it on, the less you have to sand off to get a smooth surface before painting. So once your spackling is completely dry, as indicated by the color turning from pink to white, then you're going to want to take a fine grit sanding block, such as this one, and you're just going to want to give it a light sanding so that the surface is nice and smooth. Now once that's nice and smooth, you're going to want to prep your surface for painting. And these are the steps that a lot of people skip that I think are the very most important ones. So the first thing you're gonna do is, if you have a wall texture like mine, which is orange peel, you're going to want to replace the wall texture that you just removed by spackling and sanding. So that comes in a can. This one's orange peel. You buy this at a big box hardware store, anyone that you want. It's kind of expensive, but it's totally worth it. You give it a good shake and then you apply it to the wall directly over your patch. And then you let this dry, and then you're going to apply a coat of primer. That's the second most important step that a lot of people skip. So first you're gonna replace the texture, and then you're going to coat it with a layer of primer before we paint. So now that my orange peel texture behind me is nice and dry, it's time to put on the second to last thing that you need to finish this patch, and that is a coat of primer. I'm actually going to be using a Kiehl's water-based because it's what I had in my garage, but the whole point of this is because the orange peel texture that I put on here is really thirsty, and so it's going to soak up all the fresh paint when I put it on there, giving the sheen two different textures. So it'll make the sheen on the old paint look a lot different than the sheen on the new paint. So that is why we want to do the coat of primer in between paint. So this is ready to go. I'm just going to give it a coat of primer, and then after that we'll let it dry and we'll give it a coat of paint. Okay, now that my primer coat is completely dry, it's time to add the final top coat, and then that'll give me the exact same sheen and look as before with my original paint. Now, once this coat of paint dries, you will not be able to tell there was ever a patch or an issue here at all. So now that you know how to patch and repaint your walls like an expert, that concludes this video. If you like it or you found it helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you would like to see some more of my videos, some of the links are in the box below, as well as the transformation from the room I'm standing in from an aviation theme into an alpine theme. So don't forget to check out those videos as well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a happy DIY.